Welcome to Britain's Sunday Sermon. Well, I'm entitling this Cowardice or Anti-Semitism or both. It's really not that difficult. You've got terrorist fighters from a terrorist organisation called Hamas that invaded the sovereign territory of Israel in order to rape, murder, kidnap babies, children, youngsters, adults, grandparents in an absolutely horrific way, on a scale that frankly is unimaginable. And if you can't condemn that for what it is, because it's incredibly factual what happened, you have to ask why. Why are you not condemning that? Is it cowardice? Is it anti-Semitism? Or what? Back in 9/11 in the United States, the then US president said afterwards, you're either with us or you're against us. And I think this is a similar situation. Let's be clear. What's happened to Israel is far bigger on a relative basis than what happened on 9/11. The hundreds and hundreds of Israelis slaughtered. And what's really extraordinary, shocking, is those who've stayed silent. Yes, you know who I mean. The celebrities, the fading TV stars and pundits, the political campaigners who are always the first to shout out when they think something is unkind, it's not compassionate, it's not progressive. Where are they at this crucial moment? Utterly silent. Are they cowards? Are they anti-Semitic? Or are they both? And then the institutions. We might as well start with the BBC, who refuse to call this out for what it is. They refuse to say that this is a terrorist act by terrorist fighters of a terrorist organisation, even though it's prescribed under UK law. They've got the greatest cover that they possibly need. And you get some blathering about we need to be impartial because we're a worldwide organisation. It's very clear, yes, be impartial. The impartial facts are clear as I've stated. No ifs, no buts. You've got serious people like John Simpson, Nick Robinson, lifers in the BBC, trying to defend the indefensible and look completely absurd under the banner of its Ofcom regulations, saying that other TV organisations are not calling them terrorists. Wrong! ITV are calling them terrorists in the GMP programme. GB News calling it as it is, terrorists. Talk TV, other channels calling it as it is under Ofcom rules. It's not just the BBC, we've got the Football Association, owners of Wembley Stadium. The same Wembley that in previous years have lit up their arch in support of France when they had terrorist attacks, lit up their arch in support of Black Lives Matter, lit up their arch in support of the LGBTQ plus community, but this time in support of the Jewish community. No, silence, we're not going to light up our arch. Are they cowards? Are they anti-Semitic? Or are they both? Where's the leadership from the authorities, the Muslim Council of Britain? I can't hear it. Silence. Are they cowards? Are they anti-Semitic? Or are they both? These organisations, the BBC, the FA, the Muslim Council of Britain, are completely out of touch, actually, with their own viewers, their own supporters, their own community. I believe the large majority of British Muslims absolutely condemn and reject this violence, this terrorism. The issue is they need leadership. I think there's a silent fear amongst the majority in the face of hatred discrimination, threats of violence amongst a small but extreme minority. And likewise, you've got a real fear amongst the Jewish community here in the UK of attacks, of this hatred. This is a terrible place for us to be. It's a complete failure by our authorities over many, many years. And I think that fear, that silent fear, what it shows is that actually multiculturalism has failed. Tony Blair, David Cameron, Dame Louise Casey, Suella Braverman, and others were right. Multiculturalism has failed. You see, that is different to a thriving, multi-ethnic Britain under one British culture. That's a culture of tolerance, of fairness, of decency. Sort of summarised under that expression, it's just cricket. That's what being British is all about. And that is who we are. That is where we are. We've ended up in a bad place. What's required now is real, serious leadership. What's required is courage, not cowardice. And with that, here endeth my Sunday sermon.